Hi folks, Swiss Bohemian here. Welcome to a new unboxing video. In today's video I'm going to unbox mangas in French which come from a rather small French publisher. It's the first time that I got the manga from that particular French publisher, so I'm quite curious. And these are manga which are quite limited apparently. So let's open the first box. This is the first time I got manga from that French publisher. The publisher is called Blackbox and they are specialized in really niche manga. On their website, which I will link in my description, they say in French that they usually publish between 500 to 1000 volumes a piece, which is a really low number if you consider it. So the first one I got is this here. It's called Asumi by Miuru Mitsura. I got this one because I'm a fan of Miura Mitsuru's The Kabocha Wine, which is a romantic comedy manga from the early 80s, which also turned into an anime, which I watched as a teenager, and I also got the Japanese volume. But anyway, Asumi is one of his later manga, as far as I remember. This is a high quality print. It feels good in the hand. The paper is really good quality, and I say that because Blackbox says in its description of the manga which they published that they are specialized in high quality manga because they also have a limited amount they print. So they really care about the quality. This is a one-shot and I have no idea what it is about, but I really dig Miura Mitsuru's art style, which is a very classic early 1980s art style, and you can tell that his background is also from the 70s. He really likes traditional speed lines a lot. So this classical art which emphasizes also speed lines, I dig it, I love it a lot. Another one, also from Miura Mitsuru, is the Kabocha Wine, which I just mentioned before. So this is the very first time the Kabocha Wine is published in French, and this is like the, I think that's the front cover, and this is the back cover if I'm not mistaken. In French it's called Mes tendres années. This was the title used for the anime in French television in the late 1980s.
Hey, je suis là-haut.
Oh non, une fille.
On croirait que tu as vu un extraterrestre.
Ah, tu m'as fait peur à surgir comme ça.
Allez, tu viens?
Mais tu es immense. Tu es certaine que tu n'es pas en terminale?
Sûre et certaine.
That's how I got first to know the Kabocha Wine. And again, the quality is really good. Every euro is well spent. The third one I got is called Fusebox, and it seems to be like an anthology of Kenichi Sonoda's manga or short manga. Kenichi Sonoda, I guess some of you know this artist. He's really famous in the West, in the States especially, for the character designs of Bubblegum Crisis and for his manga Gunsmith Cats, which also turned into an OAV. This looks like his earlier art. This seems to be even before Bubblegum Crisis. Yes, I just spotted Gal Force. This looks like Gal Force. Here. These are character designs of Riding Bean, the animation Riding Bean. So this seems to be really a volume for fans of Kenichi Sonoda. Oh, here, Riding Bean, of course the car used in Riding Bean or Gunsmith Cats. And this is a collector's item again. So these are all collector's items. Really good. And then I got 4 manga called Les Couleurs de Yuki, the colors of Yuki. Again, this seems to be a rather classical manga, and I got this one because I thought the description sounds good. It's about a young woman who is an artist, or not. I mean, she goes to Hokkaido and she meets an older man who is an artist, a painter. I think it's about her story becoming a painter. Not quite sure. I just remember the description of the story, which I read 2 weeks ago on the website of Blackbox, and I thought, that sounds good. And they had these 4 volumes for around 30 euros, 40 euros. It was, I think, or 25 euros. It was a really good price. And they also mentioned that there's only 300 volumes a piece printed ever. So, whoa, it's really exclusive, right? But that's not the main reason I bought it. Look at that. Looks amazing, I think. What I also really like on the first glance is the nice artwork in the back, which is unusual for manga publishers to do it like this. I mean, you can really tell that the publisher cares about its product. Final volume. Couleurs de Yuki. This is a classical style. This is a rather, I would say today, a mature style, fit for stories like these, which are all about coming of age, drama. I mean, I could imagine this being like a Japanese drama series with real actors. And I dig that. I like that. I have another box here, which I'm going to open right now. This box here are not French manga. This box here are manga in Japanese, and it's just one series, an old series I got. Still wrapped. Again. This is a manga called Neko Janaimon. Neko Janaimon. It's by an artist called Kentaro Yano. It is a romantic comedy, if I'm not mistaken, because it has been a while since I read the manga the last time, about a college student, this young girl, young woman rather, and she's afraid of cats, and one day she meets like a special cat, and it's about her life in the beginning, as far as I remember, her college life as an artist. I think she wants to become a designer of children's books. And there's another college student, and there's a kind of love story, I'm not quite sure. But there's always the cat. Also, it's like a strange cat here in the middle, you can see it, I hope. Which is part of her life. And like I said in the beginning, she is afraid of cats because there was an accident when she was in grade school, when she was in kindergarten. Some kid threw a cat because they all said, yeah, cats will always fall on their 4 feet, but that kitten, it's a small kitten, died. And since then she is kind of sad or like scared of cats. She has these flashbacks of this kitten killed. Anyway, so Neko Janaimon, which translates as I'm not a cat. Yeah. So these are 13 volumes. What I can tell you about this manga is that it came out, I think it started in 1983 and it finished in 1985-86. There was never an anime or something else. It came out in Jump Comics, so yeah, but it's not the Shonen Jump. It's actually Young Jump. So this is. It looks like it is a Shonen manga. Also, it's like a smaller format, but actually this is a seinen manga. And back then in the early 80s, seinen manga had the same format, the same size as Shonen manga. The author, Yano Kentaro. You might maybe know him from a dorama series called Blue Blazes. It's about a college student in the early 1980s who dreams of becoming a real amazing mangaka, and he meets, for example, in the college also Anno Hideaki, which will later be famous for Evangelion, for example. And there's one character in this series who is like already almost an established manga artist, like a kind of senpai at the college, and that is Yano Kentaro, and he looks like a cool guy in the series.
庵野秀明のアニメを見たらしいな。
貴様、なぜここに？
今お前の王国は強力な他国からの衝撃で急激に揺らいでいるな。せいぜい立て直してから前に進むんだな。モビルスーツの性能の違いが戦力の決定的差でないということを教えてやる。
何しに来た貴様！何しに来た！
And also in the manga, because that dorama is based on a manga which I would have somewhere here, Blue Blazes, Aoi Hono. This is the manga which the dorama I'm talking about is based on. And there's this character, Yano Kentaro, which I'm going to find any minute. So, according to this manga artist, Shimamoto Kazuhiko, Yano Kentaro looks like this cool dude who has already published a little bit of manga, and there are some drawings of him. So this manga deserves its own review, which I'm going to do for the format I called Showa manga. These manga are yellow, but not too yellowish on the first glance, and I think it's okay because these manga, well, this is the first print, so these are really prints from the 1980s. If you consider that this manga is like 35 years old, this looks on first glance really good. So I'm really happy. There are newer editions of Neko Janaimon. I think there are 3 editions. So this is the original editions from the early 1980s. There's a second edition from, I think, 1990. And there is a third edition from the year 2000. The third edition and the second edition are a bit thicker volumes. So they have, I think, only 8 to 10 volumes. This is the original one with 13 volumes. That was it for today. I hope you liked today's video. If you liked today's video and you want to see more, please give me a thumbs up. My question to you, do you also collect these kind of, let's say, older manga, vintage manga? If you do, leave me a comment down below. And see you next time. Goodbye.